Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 49 of the Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In this episode, we're gonna finish up some quests in the Wraithwind town. So let's do just that. Let's actually use Speak with the Dead on one of these doppelgangers to find out what they're about, or why they singled us out. Alrighty, let's go.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to Dribbles the Clown?
I killed him. Bathed in his blood. A death worthy of the list. Of the tribunal.
Where is Dribbles' corpse?
Mistress needed his body parts. For her art.
What's the tribunal?
The greatest honor. Of them all.
Why did you attack?
To sow chaos. It is his will.
It is his will? Who are you talking about?
You feel a rush of power, dark and insidious. Something prevents the corpse from answering. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
And there we go. Got some more backstory about the doppelgangers who are trying to sow chaos in Baldur's Gate 3 under the orders of Orin, the Red. Anywho, let's talk to Lucretius.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. It's a pleasure, darling. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude.
I spoke to his corpse. This was planned. You should be worried.
When you run a plane-hopping circus of ragtags and ruffians, few things faze you. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus, but I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every color and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say?
Dribbles is dead. The doppelganger killed him.
Oh well, at least he won't complain about extra rehearsals anymore. Find his corpse for me, will you, darling? I'll resurrect him. The show must go on after all. Perhaps I'll make some improvements along the way.
Let's talk payment. I'm expensive.
I can respect that. And you're in luck, because I am old, darling. Ancient. I have seen stars explode and civilizations fall. Along the way, I happened across items of such power that would make you weep with awe. Find my Dribbles. You won't be disappointed.
Very well. I'll look for Dribbles.
That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
And there we got the quest to find Dribbles' body, which is a bit of a scavenger hunt. You have a whole bunch of body parts that you gotta locate in this act. And the first one is right there, the clown's severed hand. So we're gonna grab it.
Oi! Give that back! It's my special hand!
What makes this hand so special?
I found it by the clown man's tent. Fought a rat for it and everything's. It's a one-of-a-kind hand with artisanal bite marks. It's worth lots.
I think that belongs to Dribbles. I need it. Your ringmaster needs it. And should be a pretty easy check here. Let's roll. See how it turns out. There we go. Like I said, easy check.
All right. Nama Lucretia says we family. Suppose that means Dribbles was too. Yeah. But don't tell nobodies I gave it to you for free. Got to protect my reputation as a tough business lord.
The kobolds always crack me up. Probably some of the favorite companions in the games. And Neverwinter Nights, you could find a bard kobold companion in one of the DLCs, which is pretty darn funny. Anywho, let's head on out. This away, right? No, that's a different location. Alright, we're gonna teleport back to Rivington. And then start moving towards the post office. And the Temple of Ilmater, I think. And there's gonna be several quests that kinda can be completed in more or less one location. Which is really darn good for us. Anywho, first things first, we're gonna go into the post office and get a quest there. And talk to some of the animals. Birds there, which are really, really funny in my opinion. Alrighty. Danzo Arkwright.
Something to send? Don't be shy.
Alright, let's talk.
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed.
Wait, delivery not guaranteed?
Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
Level with me. What's really going on here?
Oh, well, one of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished.
Any idea where the birds went missing?
Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them, I can tell you that much.
Do you want me to track down your letters?
You do that? Well, if it's not too much bother, yes, I'd appreciate the help. Bring me the letter, unopened, of course, and I'll happily compensate you for your troubles.
There we go. got another side quest, so we're gonna go and talk to some of the pigeons that are located here on the second floor to find some more information. And they're actually pretty darn funny. So here we go.
Name and rank? Quickly now! There's a war on!
Lieutenant Volk, reporting for duty.
At ease! At ease! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Chianza. State your purpose, ground walker. I don't have all day.
I hear some of your, officers have gone missing recently. What happened to them?
Damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. We're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
There we go. And got an inspiration point for Karlak as well. And you can actually talk to the other pigeons as well, and they got little quips here.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
And this guy?
I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
The speak with animal is always funny. Because here the pigeons act like British officers from World War II. Which always cracks me up. Anywho, next destination is gonna be this Temple of Ilmater, I think.
At least let the children in.
Alright.
I've had nothing but scraps for
The
dinner.
crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
Who is Father Lorgan?
The best of us. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Alright. Fair enough, lady. We'll find somebody who will talk to us, like this Holy Fant and the Sister Yanis.
I should speak up.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Sounded like you were having quite the disagreement.
You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
I'm gonna use this bard option to say, no murder story I've ever read has ended simply. I bet there is more afoot here.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Where can I find the investigator?
Chares's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Can you tell me where to find Shira Clarwin?
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
I best get going.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
And there we go. Getting some other inspiration points for my companions. And we've got updated quest to bring that amulet with a mad monk to Shira Clarvin, who apparently already died. And then investigating the murder of Father Lorgan, who is right here. Let's use Speak with the Dead on him as well.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Where were you attacked?
Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge.
Who killed you?
Dwarf. Dressed in red.
Why did he kill you?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
How did you die?
A poisoned blade. Paralysis.
What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor from fists.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Alright, there we go. And now we know who the culprit is, which is a red dwarf. And let's talk to the Sister Rose.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
I'm looking into Lorgan's death. I need to ask you some questions.
What do you want to know?
How badly wounded was he?
They cut off his hand. Sword through flesh and bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Lorgan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
Alright, lady. We are gonna go back into the kitchen and then utilize the cellar to go, or cellar hatch rather, to get into the cellar. And the tomb. Okie dokie. What do we have here in the pouch? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's fine as well. Up here, there are some items that we're gonna grab. And once again, all the notes you can read on yourself. I'll open it up for a couple seconds so you can pause and read them at your own leisure if you want. Here's one. And here's the second one. Sounds good. Got Plea of Rest here, an alchemical ingredient, and the sheet music. And once again, you can read through this guy on your own. And this one just says that there is elegant fugue in key of D minor, Ode to the Oppressed. Fair enough. But first, let's
This must be where Shira Clarvin is buried.
yeah, gonna deliver that amulet to the body of Shira Clarvin.
Date of birth unknown. Died 1491 DR.
Alright, let's interact with it.
Here it is. The tomb of the amulet's spirit's granddaughter. Time for a family reunion.
Shira, faithful to the crying god. Long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone, thou might be, alas.
And here we just gotta wait for him to haunt or possess the corpse. Come on, guy. There we go.
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
Let's use our Arcana check to ponder what you know of the monk's affliction. What are the consequences of accepting it? And let's get some help from Shadowheart, and we'll roll with advantage as well. Success. Very good.
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
If it will bring you peace, I will bear the madness.
Your muscles tingle and your mouth twitches as the laughing madness spreads through you. The madness tugs at your mind, prods in places best left untouched. You feel your wisdom begin to drain.
Gonna use this Constitution check to steal yourself and guide the sensations elsewhere. And here, once again, we're gonna burn the lock point. And another success. Very good.
You remain wise as ever, even as Shah's madness spreads outward. You giggle, struck by the absurdity of the moment. A spirit hiding inside an amulet has brought you to the body of his granddaughter and possessed it. Outrageous. Ridiculous. Once again, you feel your wisdom draining away. Hilarious. What is it?
And once again, we're gonna use this Constitution check to hold firm. You will make this curse a gift. You will not surrender your wisdom. And once again, we'll burn the lock point as well. And should be a success. There we go.
The urge to laugh dwindles. Though you can't help but chuckle. You withstood the monk's madness and earned Tasha's hideous laughter.
My friend, forgive me, for this mind was not mine own. May laughter be thy gift, never thy curse. The morning Lord calls. Canst thou feel the warmth of his blessing? This is not my final twilight, but a new dawn. Farewell.
The corpse is an empty husk once more. The monk, liberated from madness, is finally at peace.
There we go.
He's gone.
Very good. Not a huge reward, but you get this Tasha's hideous laughter, which you can use once per long rest. And actually, let me throw it down here. Yeah, that's good. And lock this guy up. Now, let's investigate the temple murders. So there are two of these heraldic signs on either side of the room. And if you press the buttons, it should open up this secret passage. Yep. Sounds good. And there is an alternate entrance, because sometimes it bugs up and doesn't open. You can like jump across to this part and then jump over the chasm this way. But anywho,
Looks like a trap there.
got a trapped display case that we're gonna try to disarm and loot. And yeah, don't really need any help here. Very nice. Very nice.
Couple turns should do it.
And here we will get some guidance help from Shadowheart. Try to unlock this display case. And once again, a success. We got this elixir of viciousness, which is more of for a rogue or somebody who is making a high crit build, which I do not. And finally, let's read through all of these items as well. You can do it on your own, and then we'll continue on to try and locate the site of the murder, so we can investigate it. Very good. Let's go. And we got trail of blood leading down this cave, and got some enemies right there that will be able to ambush, perhaps. And we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna come from this side. Hide. Everybody, hide. And then we're gonna get a little bit closer.
My sweet.
Enter turn-based mode.
He spends too much time.
And fire an arrow of many targets at this rod person.
Is an artist.
And sure, Lock of the Far Realms as well. Well, that unfortunately didn't proc.
Soldier.
But it should be alright. Karlak. Move in closer. And throw your returning pike. No, Narilna. Into one of these enemies.
My little trick.
There we go. Next. Shadowheart.
Ready.
Where are you at?
Unseen.
Shadowheart, why don't you cast your Spirit Guardians? And she joined the fight, but not, her initiative wasn't high enough. Well, that's alright as well.
Why am I doing this?
I don't know, Gale. Because I asked you to do it. Alright, fire off your level 4 magic missile. And we'll, send 4 darts into this guy. And then the remainder into this gal. Alrighty. And my character still got a bonus action that we're gonna use to fire the offhand crossbow at this Moz person, probably. If we can get to her. I don't think we can. Alright, this rot guy. And end turn. And it's actually a surprise round, so the enemies should speak their, or should skip their turns. I was about to say speak their turns, but that doesn't make any sense at all, does it? There you go.
Murder victims openly.
Shadowheart was able to kill off one of the doppelgangers and stacked some radiant orbs as well on these enemies. And turn.
Roll in my favor.
Gale, you get in here. That's fine. Karlak's gonna frenzy. And then throw her Narilna. Oh. Yeah, as I was saying. Get a little bit closer, and I think her Narilna didn't return, did it? Which is unfortunate, but it's alright. Just throw your returning pike now. And then use your enrage throw on the Zom person. Very good. And turn. And turn. The elemental is gonna warp in closer to the enemy and then use its multi-attack on it. And there we go. Killed it off.
Don't burn yourself.
Alright, where is Nerilna? There it is. Karlak, you go ahead and grab that. Grab all of these spears for me. And I believe one of these buddies should have a part of Dribbles the Clown. Here we got a poison and a field reports. Notes that we're gonna read here shortly. How about Zom? Zom's got that clown severed torso. There we go.
Gods, it's awful.
Alright. Nothing here.
Let's get going.
My character is gonna check this Rod person.
What's that?
And the Rod person had some arrows. And once again, we'll use the Speak with Dead to talk to the doppelganger here.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who do you work for?
The corpse tries to speak, but something prevents it.
Did you kill Father Lorgan?
Dolor did. Splendid. Kill.
Who is Dolor?
A blood-red dwarf. Tricky. Hungry.
What were you doing here?
Cleaning up. Dolor. Messy. Left his dagger. Careless.
Why do you want this dagger so much?
Strong. Paralyzes.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Alright. And we spotted this hole before that's actually got the dagger. It's called Stillmaker. And it's got a hold person weapon
This
spell
blade's
on it.
wicked look matches its deeds. Poor Father Lorgan.
Yeah. And now we're just gonna grab some items and then follow the blood trail to a small campsite that apparently was also cleansed. Yeah, like I was saying before, the doppelgangers
Looks like they were trying to hide.
are the ballists that are trying to create fear and panic inside the Baldur's Gate by just murdering people. And what else we got here? Backpack. Yeah, we'll take everything here. We'll take the sausage. And scroll of conjure minor elemental as well. Yeah, we'll take that. Why not? Pouch. About tenets of the broken god. And the rest of the supplies here. Found some potions and a little bit of gold. Here's a ring and a piece of gold as well. And a half-eaten apple. Sure, we'll take all of these. Throw them in the stew or something. And I don't think there is much around this away. But I could be wrong. Yeah, there is nothing here.
What's hiding here?
Anywho, let's read up some of the notes we picked up. And once again, you can do it on your own. Here's one. Here's another one. And this is just a lore book, I guess. There we go. Very good. Now we can go back up to the roof of this temple to locate Gale's friend, his Tressum, which is a flying kitty cat. Alright. All done here. Let's continue on.
Seems simple enough.
And you could see how these quests are kind of bunched together. You had one for the Mad Monk medallion or necklace.
Keep going. Let's see
That we
what
gotten
this
all the
does.
way back up in Grimforge in Act 1. We're able to finally finish it in Act 3. Anywho, let's continue up to the bell tower. Or the top of bell tower, rather. And then we'll just do some jumping. Jumpin' Jimmy. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna take some damage.
Does this cat belong to Gale?
Which is quite alright. Alright, who else can jump after me?
A long way to go still.
Alright, Shadowheart.
We are here for you!
Yeah. Misclicked on us there. Alright, jump down. You too, Gale.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Go ahead and jump all the way down here. And now, Karlak, you as well.
Can't give up now.
Very good.
Need to find a way forward.
And here we have the Tressum. Let's talk to her.
Mr. Dakarios, heavens! Fancy seeing you here.
Tara! That can't be you, can it?
I suppose you won't be terribly shocked to find your old friend Tara amongst the pigeons. They've always been a personal favorite.
My, is that a ring? For us? Ugh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here.
What's your Tressum doing here, Gale?
She isn't my Trezim. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons.
Can you ask her to stop eating pigeons?
Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Stop it?
Well, these must be important birds indeed, Mr. Dakarios. Forgive me for feasting on their bodies and bones so very voraciously.
Oh, she's agreed. Just about.
I've got a long road ahead.
And we got a Ring of Bling as well. And here are the letters that we need to deliver to the dwarf postmaster. And a whole bunch of inspiration points from our companions, which is really good. Alrighty. And now we're gonna try and make our way down here. Everybody else, follow me. Shadowheart, get down. Alright, this away. Alright, finally, Gale. Go down here. And hopefully Karlak just jumps down. Apparently she doesn't want to. Alright, there we go. Got it done. Shadowheart jumps back up where she's not supposed to. Alright, that's quite alright, Shadowheart. Come on. Everybody, this way. This way.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yeah, sometimes the pathfinding and jumping around is not the greatest. But we still should be fine here. Let's take a quick short rest to recover the health and the action surge.
This does not bode well.
Yeah, as I was saying. So Karlek can recover her action surge and some weapon actions. But there was actually cool. Emperor is commenting on something we overheard. Alright, Danzo.
Don't suppose you've stumbled across those letters yet?
Is this the letter you were looking for?
Thank the gods. Unopened as well. Oh, what a relief. My customers will be most pleased. Here's your fee. As promised.
And we gotten some gold and experience out of it. And we can let the commander, Lightfeather, know that his troops are safe now.
You've returned, yet my flyers have not. I suppose they've flown this mortal coop, so to speak. Make your report. How did the battle unfold?
They fought to the last feather against a truly formidable foe.
Of course they did. No doubt it was my training gave them the discipline and resolve to stay in the fight. As for you, flightless one, it was an honor taking you under my wing. Dismissed.
Alright there, Commander. See ya. Let's see if the other troops got something to say. No.
Coo.
They're pretending that they're just regular pigeons. Which they are. But now let's head towards this area. And there's gonna be another side quest that we can pick up. And it's gonna get us pretty close towards the end of the episode. Alrighty, where are we supposed to go? I think it's actually this place right here. And my party is moving there fairly quickly. Yes, sirree.
Oh yeah. Gonna get your dogs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But if you insist on continuing to be
Alright, let's talk to these people. Some sort of conflict here.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Calm down and tell me what's going on.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
This is a pretty big house. Are you sure you don't have a single spare room?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy's begging to get smacked.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
Gonna use this intimidation check to say, let them stay, or I'll make you leave and never come back. And it's actually a pretty high check. So let's roll it with advantage from Shadowheart. And doesn't seem like it was enough. Alright, let's try it again. And once again, not quite enough. Jeez. Alright, let's roll it the third time. Didn't work as well. And the last time. Come on. And here's my last inspiration point. Let's try it again. Just rolled enough.
Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Or what?
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
And I'm gonna use this intimidation option to say, I fought and killed an Avatar of Merkel recently. I think I can handle you. And here we'll get guidance, and it's a much lower check. There we go.
You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
And we got an 800 experience out of it.
Out of sight.
And I think we actually gotten an inspiration point or two. Yeah.
Never wanted these.
But here we go. Let's talk to these people.
I'm not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
You're quite welcome.
You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
And we've got another inspiration point there. Very good. Alright, Marfa.
I don't think... Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Yeah. A little bit bloodthirsty.
What's that?
And here we have some loot. And this hatch that leads down to the basement. So let's grab a trap disarming kit. I think we'll actually need to use it to disarm some traps down in the basement. Alrighty, let's go.
Let's see.
It's locked. Let's lockpick it. And get a Cat's Grace from Shadowheart, so we can roll all of our checks with advantage. Like lockpicking and trap disarming checks, I meant. Here, my character is gonna disconnect from everybody and try to disarm this trap. Or tripwire, I guess. No, we don't need that. We already got Cat's Grace going. Alright, let's go. And there is some other traps around, but I think we just gotta worry about the tripwires.
There's a trap.
Alright, so disarm this guy. Should be fairly easy checks unless we roll double ones, and I don't think it will happen. Or I hope not, at least.
Best avoid that trap.
And there's another tripwire. Alright, let's roll. Continue through. And you can like disarm all of these guys, but I don't think it's really necessary. Let's disarm the tripwire. And so far so good. And the last tripwire right there.
This place is trapped.
And after that, we'll be free to loot the place. And should give us another sub-quest or side quest. Alright, instructions for the nations. We'll take all that. I actually think the this heavy chest is trapped, but we weren't able to spot the trap. So, let's once again untoggle the group mode, and my character is gonna try to lockpick this chest. And eat the trap. And there is just some gold in there. And my character took a little bit of damage, but that's quite alright. So we'll take the gold. And we're gonna read this correspondence. Instructions for donations. Gifts for refugees only, please distribute. And anything else?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Oh, blackmailer's letter. Yeah, there we go. Once we read this, should open up a side quest. And it says, Arthur, package still waiting for you at Felliger's. You'd better not be late again, or we'll start to wonder if you're really as committed as you claim to be. Pick it up, put it in the teddy bears, make the donation. It couldn't be simpler, really. If it's still here at this time tomorrow, we'll stuff you with it. As you all know, we have plenty to spare.
Donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised.
Yep. So it just seems like another plot to booby-trap the toys for the refugee kids that would injure or kill them off. So definitely evil stuff going on.
We're about to be evicted.
I don't think the children can
And
cope
let's
with
see
being
if we can
homeless
grab any items from here. Hopefully we can.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
And I'm gonna grab this fish here.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
Let's try to talk our way out of it. And use persuasion. Do you really care if that trinket goes missing? Let's roll. And it's a 1, wow. Roll again. Let's try it. There we go. That time we passed.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's just leave. And go to the second floor. See if we can find anything here. This door is locked, so we're gonna try to lockpick it. And couldn't get that 20 on the other roll, could I? What's in the pouch? Nothing.
Let's have a look.
And it looks like the rest of my characters are actually being talked at by somebody. And nothing here. Alright. That's just fine. Shadowheart.
Someone's reported a theft in this area. It seems you're the likely culprit.
Let's try to talk our way out of the situation using persuasion. And we'll get Eagle Splendor from Shadowheart to roll with advantage. Alright, there we go.
You've been given the benefit.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And now...
Someone's reported a theft in this area.
Oh, come on.
It seems you're the likely culprit.
We'll just hand over the stolen items. There we go. That should be good.
Very well.
Yep, they decided that they really wanted those headless fish back. Alright, Caravan Ox, let's talk.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Alright, so not much here. Investigate the crime scene. I think we already did, right? Let's see, what other quests we got here? Suspicious toys. Yeah. But I think that's like enough evidence.
Never a dull moment.
Sometimes the quest marks can be a bit misleading, so we'll just head towards the next section. Or maybe actually I know what we forgot to do. There should be... yeah. There should be a small barn with the strange ox. Somewhere this way. So let's go and talk to him. It's whatever.
I'll take that.
Yep. Absolutely. Shed.
That's curious.
Got a dirt mound here that we're gonna dig out. And I think we're actually gonna take a long rest right after we talk to the strange ox, and then...
Damn ox again.
What's that?
Feels stalked.
There is probably gonna be a camp event, and then we'll call it a day. Sounds like a pretty good plan. There we go. Strange ox.
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad.
It takes worse than a bit of a gore to turn my gullet.
And mine. And mine. Though, one thing I find quite distasteful is being kept outside our intended city. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller, more discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through, right in their little pocket.
Not until you tell me exactly what you are.
I don't think you want to travel this road, my friend.
Fine, I'll help you. Let us leave it at that.
Ooh. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack. Just until we are inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
And there we go. We're gonna pick up this strange apple and carry it in. And it might be more of an evil path, but you can actually get the call-in for the strange ox later in the game, which is fairly powerful. Alright, let's go to camp and take a long rest. And see if anybody's got something to say. Mama K.
Damn! It can't have been easy for Lae'zel to stand up to Vlaakith like that. There's nothing that woman can't do.
It's been a while since we connected like we once did.
Yeah, I had the same thought. So much has happened between then and now. Maybe we just got a little caught up in it all. But I'm not going anywhere. I've got plans for the future, you know, and they involve you.
Alright, very good. Jahira.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should Great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
How are you faring without your harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
I'd like to hear more about those old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Alright, sounds good, Jahira. Who else got something to say? Helson?
I have a lot on my mind.
What do you have for me, brah?
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
Alright, sounds good. Next, Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Nope. Doesn't really have much to say. Shadowheart?
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
The Sharons are using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Sounds good. And Will, I think it's the last guy to talk to.
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
We're nearing the city. Are you excited to return? Reluctant? A little bit of both.
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of lore, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
Baldur's Gate is dear to my heart. It's good to be here.
Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady whines at the elf song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Alright, sounds good. So let's take our long rest, and afterwards we'll call it a day. And auto-select, and let's go.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
What are you doing?
Trying to guard us. The brain is restless, but I am distracted, and my lack of focus is endangering us. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Who do you think of?
Duke Stelmane, or Belin, as I knew her. I wasn't ready for her death. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you.
How so?
In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach. And not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people.
Thank you for sharing that.
You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, But we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elden Rain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
And there we go. Got some more story exposition with the Emperor. Alrighty. And like I said, it's a really good spot to end the episode, so we'll do just that. On the next episode, we're gonna move on from the town of Wraithwind and continue into the Baldur's Gate proper. As always, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again soon.